Yes, I'm Jim Eikenberry, and I was raised in Covina, living much of my life on West Padilla Street and later in the southeast corner of Covina. Attended Covina's schools and Laverne College.
And Jim, you started to work for Damerell Ellison and
I started to work for Damerell Ellison, packers of fresh fruit and citrus juices in 1946. Graduated from route salesman over the years to that of purchasing agent for Vita Pakt citrus products.
and as a route, what did a route salesman do?
A route salesman would get up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and load a little truck with cases of orange juice with a scoop of ice, crushed ice on each case for refrigeration, and deliver it to restaurants, hospitals, drugstore fountains, soda fountains throughout Southern California. My route primarily was from Covina to San Fernando through Pasadena, Glendale, Burbank.
And you did that for a couple of years, was it?
Yes, that probably lasted 2 or 3 years, and then I was asked to come into the office and assist the route foreman at that time, and also the sales manager in making sales calls.
Is this the day you mentioned to me this came as kind of a surprise to you?
No,
No,
the surprise came a little bit later when I had returned from vacation and was asked by one of the vice presidents of Vita Pakt to establish a regular, full-blown purchasing department, which they had not had up until that time.
And so then you started in on that line of work, and I think you told me it got a little overwhelming at the beginning.
Yes, to go from driving a truck much of the time and overseeing various distribution routes, it was quite a change to have to sit down and learn about all the packaging and all the ingredients, all the labeling that was necessary to cover a myriad of products in many different size containers. So that was quite an education in itself. To get me started, I was sent to Arden Farms, a large dairy company of that day, and also to Carnation headquarters in Los Angeles to spend a little time with their purchasing department people, and that was a great help.
And so then you told me you got some help yourself. You got a secretary. And
Oh yes, I was able to was permitted to develop a purchasing department that finally consisted of 3 of us, a secretary and an assistant to do a lot of the regular ordering. We also took care of all the inventory control, and at one time I was even purchasing all the products and then okaying all the invoices for payment of those products, until I realized one day that this was not the best thing. So we made other arrangements for approving payment of the bills.
And I remember you told me you didn't have very much storage space there at Damerell Ellison.
Storage space was limited, so we had to make daily orders of packaging products that could conceivably consist of 3 or 4 truck and trailer loads of glass containers, paper containers, and corrugated boxes, as well as the regular use of plastic dairy cases. Our operation was not unlike a dairy bottling of dairy products.
And so this sort of leads me to what you told me how this business, or a lot of Demerol Allison's business, kind of went away because of the dairy.
Yes, for many years, the dairy companies were a large part of our and the biggest volume of our products, particularly orange juice, lemonade, and grapefruit juice. But as the dairies grew and became more familiar with the ever-increasing demand for citrus products, they wanted to enjoy having the product bottled under their own label. And Vita Pakt did that for many years. But little by little, the dairy companies came to realize that they had the same or similar equipment for milk production and bottling as we had for orange juice, so they would little by little buy the ingredients, the single strength juice and various concentrates necessary to bottle orange juice, and started doing it themselves. Thus, the Vita Pakt label and the Sunkist label earlier started to diminish in its appearance on the grocery shelves, and subsequently Vita Pakt and others had to give up the production of single strength orange juice and concentrate more on what we called industrial products, which were various products made out of peel and pulp from the citrus processing.
And I think you referred to those projects, those parts, as sort of the garbage.
Well, as you extract, that's true, as you extract the juice, why the pulp and the peel becomes, for lack of a better term, garbage or unwanted waste. But there are many uses for citrus peel and citrus pulp in various forms. It could be shaved, sliced, diced, ground, even the most undesirable peel or excess peel was made into cattle feed and just spread out in the cattle yards for the cattle to feed on. So over the years, technology has provided an opportunity to utilize the peel products and pulp products from citrus extraction.
So nowadays, garbage is a better business than juice.
So nowadays, it's a little more profitable than the juice, if you consider that the cost is almost nil, since most of the cost and profit is figured into and covered by the sale of the juice.
How about that?